Celia, do you have a camera that we can see you?
Hi, Carol. Unfortunately, I'm not completely free today, so I have to work also on the side a bit, so I'm not able to turn it on.
Okay, are you able to stand up and do? Because this isn't really a conversation as much as it is a doing.
Yeah, I will partially, but I'm not able to fully be present. But I didn't want to not be,
Okay.
miss it. I didn't want to miss it, but I have work hours, so this is my
Okay.
situation.
Understood. So as much as possible then.
Exactly. I will do all I can. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah. So we're going to begin with a centering and a alignment practice, because we can't reach essence if we have tension, either in our body or our hearts or our minds, and we always start with the body. So standing with your feet not very far apart, relaxed, pointing forward, your knees very soft, your weight back so that you're not leaning over your toes, but rather you can lift your toes. So your weight is balanced between the heel and the balls of your feet. And standing. What does it mean to be standing? Who is standing? What are we standing on? Becoming more aware of the place where our feet meet the ground, our weight that we feel in our feet. Once again, very soft knees. They will move a little bit. They're not locked. Bringing attention to the hip and the pelvic and the belly area, and releasing any tension there. You might feel a little let go down into your knees. Moving up through the chest, allowing the chest to be open by pulling our shoulders a little bit back toward each other. It frees up the area around our heart. We have our neck with our head. Move it around a little bit, finding a place eventually where it will sit without effort, balanced over the spine. And take a quick check-in with your body. Where am I holding tension right now? Where can I release? And we find now our breath. And by the simple act of taking our attention to our breath, we see it gets a little deeper. Maybe a little slower. I'm going to allow my breath to go deep into my belly. Allowing the belly to rise with every inhale. And I check to see what's present down there in my belly center. What am I aware of? It's the seat of my vitality. It's where I digest everything. It's where my balance is to be grounded and held on this earth. And now I'm going to follow my breath up to my chest area and feel that area expanding with every inhale. And what do I notice in this center of intelligence? Now that my body is relaxed, what's happening in the area of my heart? Does it feel open or constricted? And if it feels tense, can I relax it? Can I release into this area as well? And what appears in a more open, safer space of my heart center? Do I have room for generosity? Do I have room for kindness? What about gratitude? Can I see it? Can I feel it? There's no object for it. It's just a state. And finally, I'm going to take my breath up into my head center, aware of the breath going through the nostrils and into my head through my sinuses. So I have the impression of breathing into the inside of my skull. And strangely, I feel that this area can also expand with the in-breath. And now that I have a relaxed body that I am present to and a more open and relaxed heart center that I am present to, I'm finding that all the usual chatter in my mind is somehow slowed down. I'm feeling perhaps there's something that's coming and that I should stay open to it and awake to it and ready for it rather than thinking about what it is. So this state of awareness is what we can allow for our head center. So again, one last check-in with our full being, our full body, a few breaths that go from the bottom of our feet all the way up to our top of our heads. And we allow these integrating breaths to pull us into one integrated whole. It's when we can be present to and aware of our body and our heart and our head at the same time that we are indeed present, and that the essence that we are, and that we usually hide beneath layers of personality that expresses itself in posture, in gesture, in our automatic emotions, and in our automatic ways that our heads think about what we've done, worry about what we're going to do, and are everywhere but here. So when we can relax that personality, our essence will begin to arise. Now slowly come back, move your fingers, take a few steps around. Feel what it feels like to be in a body that has just been relaxed. I like the way that Raisa was yawning, because that's exactly what happens when we relax. I would like to begin with a very simple movement. It has multiple parts. We will only explore a very small piece of it today. I hope to do this full movement when we're together at Nikkila Temple in late July. So I hope that this little taste will prepare you in a way. You'll know partly what to expect. Let me put the music on. It's called the Essentuki prayer. It's one of the first movements that the music was created for, and that Gurdjieff taught to his followers. It is one of the, we call the final movements, a series of 39 movements that Gurdjieff at the very end of his life said, these are the final ones, use these. Even though there are some between 250 and 300 movements that we work with and teach, this is one of the quintessential Gurdjieff movements. So let's start with the Essentuki prayer, and we'll start with our attention in our feet. Starting with the right foot, beating the rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Left. Right. Left. Keep going. Working on sinking into the ground. The ground is soft. Very soft knees. Maybe you could start humming. Allow the humming to soften your body from the inside. The left arm. Ready, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 2. stops. Keep your arm very straight, even though it's soft. It reaches the height on the 2 and down on 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. A body bend to this. First to the right. All the way down on the first count and gradually up. So stop with the arm and just do the body bend all the way down and gradually up. So that you're back up again at the end. There, down. Sure you're relaxing your knees when you do this. It's like a deep knee bend to the side. So let go and a gradual drawing up. Whenever the music is stopping or we're in between, we come back to this neutral, relaxed place. We're going to start with the right arm. Only the right arm. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Comes down only to horizontal. Not below. And it's down on the count to 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's up on the end. Get this rhythm, sort of relax into it, relax your shoulder if it's gotten tense. We can add the left arm. Let's see that. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 2, 3. Let go of the arms. We'll go back to the feet alone. 1. Allowing your body to relax again. Breathing into all 3 centers. just the right arm to the feet. Next time we come back to right, which is now. And 1, 2. The left arm. Let's add on the body bend. Next time, right. And standing quietly, eyes closed. Connecting with your 3 centers. First, the belly center with breath. Then the heart center. And finally, the head center. As you stand in this possibly different state than when we began, notice, observe any changes. Be very aware of the sensations in your body, of any emotions, and of any thoughts. This is a good time because Tommy has just joined us. Let's take a few moments to connect with each other, to ask any questions that you might have at this point. And yeah, welcome, Tommy. So did that first 20-minute experience evoke any questions in you that I could answer for you today? Or any insights that you've had that you'd like to share? It helps to articulate. That is something that we do at retreats, which is we have a lot of opportunity to experience things, and then we articulate them, not so much to share with others, but to hear ourselves sharing.
Thank you, Carol. For me, this moment was that an experience where there was a deeper relaxation in my being, and that just sparked this deeper cry. Just cry. It seemed like it doesn't even involve any emotions, just cry. And then I noticed a disconnect between the different centers. So when one center was active, mainly the disconnect from between the physical, the body, and the heart. So when I was doing something with my arms, I couldn't really, and when I was focusing on the arms and the heart center, I couldn't really even be aware of my feet at today, even though it's been possible in the past, and today it wasn't so easy. And I also noticed that in those moments, my breathing started to rise up and be more shallow, and just, okay, what's going on?
Yeah, it's great observations. Celia or Tommy, can I see you, Tommy? Are you in a place that can be, you can have a camera? Mm.
I can share just a bit about, because I was only able to do the first part, the centering, the connecting to the three parts, the meditation, so to say.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it was very in a very brief time. Really felt very, yeah, just really changed my tense state that I was able to become aware of. As you call that, the different parts, and even the breathing into the head space, which I don't think I have been doing consciously before. More like into the belly space or chest, even in the head space, to breathe into that it's able to expand, or just been very helpful to just take in this subtle this information, and then notice the subtle sensations, and just that inner presence just created this peace within, and focusing on the soft knees. So just like I got so many messages from the body, where is tension without noticing that tension. Yeah, so that was already for me very powerful and very beneficial. I really needed to center myself and feel at peace today. So yeah, and then I was more like following. I wasn't able to do it like with my body, just tried at the end what you were guiding. And this is something I always wanted to be able to do. I think that's why I'm here, because to be able to do the right and the left, at the same time, because I never learned I only learned playing an instrument very short time. I know that trains the brain to be able to use both sides simultaneously with different motions, but that's really hard for me. So when I tried a little bit, I absolutely couldn't do it. But it's something I'm very intrigued by. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks for trying this, even though you can't do it fully. It's reassuring that just a short little piece can actually have really quick results on our being. And this is something that I've been working with for a long time now. I call it a 7-minute practice. We always think in meditation that you have to be on the cushion for an hour or something. And that little thing I walked you through was literally a 7-minute practice. And I find that if I do it enough times during the day, I can make it even shorter. In other words, I've connected at least once with that full body experience, the sensation, the feelings, and the thoughts. And if I've experienced all of them in that clearer, more relaxed space, then I can come back to it quickly. I just kind of stop and breathe into each center and have one integrating breath, and I just feel like it shifts my whole my mood, my physical being, my experience of myself. I stop tormenting myself with whatever I was worried about. So this is something that I've been working with, that I think that at the retreat in particular, we'll have a lot of opportunities to experience it over and over again. And once we've experienced it, we can come back to it. And that's the key, is to be able to come back to it when we really need it. So that's the idea. And Tommy, I saw your message. Thank you for coming in and tuning in on the train. I just came off of an intense period of train travel in Canada, and I had such a great experience being on the train. I just enjoyed it. So I hope you do too. Raisa, I wonder if you might give Celia and Tommy some details about the retreat itself, the logistics, the place, the Nikkila Temple, if they don't know where it is, or if they haven't been there.
Thank you, Carol. Yeah, so my name is Raisa Olias, and I'm the organizer for the Essence retreat that Carol is offering here at Nikkila Temple, Finland. And Nikkila Temple is located in Kangasala, so it's a town nearby Tampere city. And Chilla actually has been here in the autumn, so she knows where it is. And yeah, the retreat is going to take place July 23rd to 28th, so 5 days in this. I call it a heaven on earth, because that it is to me. So and the summer nights, beautiful birds singing and bees buzzing and all kinds of animals running around. So yeah, I find it very beautiful surroundings for this retreat, full of life, like the essence itself. So that is. And if you feel like you have any questions on the practicalities, you can always email me at raisa.olias@gmail.com. And basically the thing is that you can reserve your spot on the retreat by making a deposit of 250 euros, and then I will guide you further with the details of travel and group info plans, and then food restrictions and all that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions, just please don't hesitate to contact me. Yeah.
All right. So I think that we can do one more movement that can be done even sitting down in a train, as long as you can hear the music. So we'll see how brave people can be to do something in public. Let me get my chair. I'm going to switch the cameras. Hang on. Okay. So it's done seated, and we start with our hands on our thighs, like this. And when the music is on, we're going to make 8 counts to bring our right hand to our left shoulder. And then 8 counts to bring our left hand to our right shoulder. Then the next movement is we raise both. And when we get here, our head goes up as well in 8. And then all the way straight down in 8. And then we do this again, and then we go down. We lean forward in 8 and come back up in 8. And that's the full instructions of the movement. So now we can get seated and come to this place of alignment, feeling your weight evenly balanced where you're sitting, both feet on the ground. Taking a deep breath. There's a little bit of introduction, and I will cue you when it's starting. So using this time to breathe through the 3 centers. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Up. 6, 7, 8. Down. we can rest here. Again, sitting quietly. And we can come back. And since our time is short today, was thinking what might be necessary to tell people. Shelia, you know how beautiful Nikkila is already. So what more could the experience of doing these Gurdjieff movements bring to you? Rice has had some short experience, but has never danced in a group. And it's such a beautiful experience to have a line of people, a circle of people working together. We build this amazing energy that comes from effort. It's not like a bliss kind of energy that's because things are really easy and repetitive. Actually, in the movements, we build a completely different kind of energy when we're in a group because everybody is working and it's hard and it's difficult to coordinate these things, and they're staying with it, and everybody has their own strengths and limitations and resistances and automatics that come up, and we're all working to contain them and to be clean and clear and to keep working. And it's indescribable what this energy becomes and how it supports us. So I don't know if you have any other questions about it, but I can't wait to give you this experience, to experience it with you, and to be in your beautiful spot that I have only seen in pictures. Does anybody have any final questions or comments? Rice is always available, and I am too. If you have any questions about the Gurdjieff work, how we're connecting the sacred symbol of the Enneagram, which comes from the Sufi traditions through Gurdjieff and through his pupils into a beautiful system of observing what our personalities do and how we can relax them so that our essence qualities can come through. So any questions around that? I think my email is in the Facebook. If not, the website is. And yeah. Any final words, Raisa?
I also have a question, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious if when this was developed by Gurdjieff, was that developed in a group or he developed it first on his own? Because you said the essence is so different when it's done in a group through the effort together, the shared experience.
Yeah, I mean, Gurdjieff went off and studied for 25 years in monasteries and different sorts of temples, and he brought back the technology of certain of these dances, but then he developed them further and he created his own movements specifically to use with his students. He was looking for ways to help modern Western men and women understand, first of all, that we're sleepwalking through life and that what we think of us as me is not real. And it's really just a bunch of automatic things going on, happening in a form of a sleep state. And his first quest was to wake us up. And his second quest was, once we're awake, we need to see what the machine is doing. And once we can see what the machine is doing, we can make choices that are more conscious. And so in order to do that, we need to break the old habits that are like, you know, a record groove, the old record grooves. And we need to jolt ourselves physically and emotionally and mentally out of those grooves. And his foremost technology for that were these movements. So he developed them for that. And they are group dances, and that the movement we just did, there will be different people doing different things at different times and different spaces, and there's a choreography for it. And sometimes the movement is based on mathematical projections around the Enneagram and the underlying mathematical algorithms that are there. It's quite fascinating. It really can't be done by yourself. It really needs a group. Is that helpful?
Yeah, thank you so much. Absolutely. And I just wanted to add that was the final exercise I was able to follow along with it. I just noticed like the sensations in my face. It's, I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like there is a radiance or glow I can feel. I'm not looking at my face in a mirror. I'm just feeling it.
Feeling it. Wow. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, like closer to my essence, what you described, that's what it feels like. But it's been something I haven't felt for some time. So it's been a very quick, beautiful effect, this exercise. Thank you so much, Carol.
It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. It makes doing these short Zoom things worthwhile. Sometimes I think that there's just no way that we should be doing it on Zoom, that it really needs to be done in person. But then if you managed to get that much out of it, then we shall keep doing this. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Carol, and thank you not only for this moment here to have a taste of the essence within us, but also the essence that you are bringing in to Nikkila this summer. So I'm really very much looking forward to it, so that we can really dig deep into the group work and the group initiation, in that sense that we co-create as a group. And yeah, I've been on these Zoom calls on and off for the past 2 years, and it's been amazing to see how it always reveals something about myself and where I am at, and without me even knowing it in advance, which is showing me the wholeness, the holistic picture of myself, of my personality, and then going deeper behind it or beneath it, and resting there and just remembering again who I am. And I'm just, okay, I can drop these extra things. It's just amazing. And I feel like I feel like it's what happened today as well, that there's that hollow personality automatics that are hanging on to something and that are letting go, and then there's that cry of remembering, okay, this is something that I can lean back on, and this is what I am truly. And yeah, I wish that for everybody. And yeah, it can be annoying, it can be triggering, it can be yeah, there are some times that I've wished that I was doing something else, but then there are gifts after I struggle through it.
Yeah. Well, this was lovely. It was delightful to be with both of you. And Raisa, I am so grateful that you are organizing this so that I can come and share and be with real people face to face. And I look forward to seeing you in July.
Thank you.
Many blessings to both of you.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Shilya. I hope to meet you when I come.
Yes, I would love that.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.